President Biden has been in office for nearly 100 days, but Arizona Republicans are still relitigating the 2020 election results. Now, Biden won the state by more than 10,000 votes, but now a partisan audit of Maricopa County's ballots is underway behind closed doors. NBC News political reporter Vaughn Hillyard joins us now from Maricopa County, Arizona. Vaughn, there's quite a bit there that sort of perks my ears up, hearing that it's happening behind closed doors and the fact that it's happening at all at this point, 100 days into the Biden presidency. Tell us what's going on here with this audit.
Yeah, good morning, Savannah. This is the facility, the Coliseum in Phoenix, where that, quote, audit is taking place. But this was a Republican-led state Senate that subpoenaed these 2.1 million Maricopa County ballots. But they have contracted out with a consultancy firm that has never conducted such an audit before. And the head of that consultancy firm out of Florida spread conspiracy theories that suggested Donald Trump actually won the 2020 election. Now, journalists have no observation authority to go in and watch this process unfold. There have been questionable efforts inside, including the use of blue pens, which could be counted on ballots. Again, this is shredded in secrecy, and yet they have access to these 2.1 million ballots. Former President Trump put out in a statement here this last week that he believed that, quote, startling results would come from this supposed audit. Savannah?
So let's talk a little bit about what those results then could mean. I mean, so you mentioned it's this group that's doing this behind closed doors. They're called the Cyber Ninjas. There's also only one media outlet that's actually in there covering this recount on the inside. But what does this mean? So they do this audit. What are the results? Are they going to have any real impact on Maricopa County's ballots?
No, they won't have any impact because Maricopa County has already done 2 recounts themselves. Maricopa County is run by Republicans. In fact, the chairman of the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors was a Trump supporter who was at a rally just days before the 2020 election. And after the election, he said that we have done thorough recounts and are firm in that the results were authentic here in the state. And also we should note it's the governor and the Secretary of State who sign off and certify the election results, not the state legislature. And the governor has already stood by the election results in the state, as well as the Secretary of State. And you mentioned one news outlet that he does have access here. That'd be One America News, which is the right-wing conspiracy theorist channel. So again, not necessarily traditional news outlet actually has access inside, Savannah.
And that is a great reminder, Vaughn, that this is happening after there have already been 2 recounts of these same ballots. Now, Vaughn, I want to ask you, especially as we're getting these polls out about the president's first 100 days and his performance, and with the context of this audit going on, what do voters there think about how the president's doing? What are they telling you on the ground in Arizona about his job performance so far?
You said it. Joe Biden won Arizona by just over 10,400 votes. And so we actually went back yesterday and spent the day talking to some of the very voters who I first met in 2020. And I want to let you hear from part of my conversation with Larry Vroom, who had voted for Republican for president every single year until Joe Biden. The question, though, is now 100 days in. Does he truly support a President Biden's agenda? Now, take a listen to his response to that.
I have tremendous empathy for him and the problems that he's facing. I think he's doing a great job. We've got somebody serious, somebody who has moral character and ethics, trying to solve some of the major problems we're facing in this country.
I asked Larry if he'd still consider himself a Republican, and he laughed and he said, you know, I'd be more likely to consider myself a conservative Democrat. And that is why when you see the Republicans here in the state continuing to litigate the last election, it's former Republicans like Larry Vroom that are of concern for Republicans here in this state. Because next year in 2022, not only is there another U.S. Senate seat up here in Arizona, but also the governorship. Democrats are hopeful heading into 2022, Savannah.
All right, Vaughn, interesting stuff. Thank you so much.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.